Here we go. Okay, we're starting it. What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Buckle Bomb. It is I, one of your hosts, your star boy, Primo Campos. And this week, we got someone new. I'm very excited. Co-host.
Hello, this is Felix Rogers, yes. AAPW's newest voice, I guess, person around the block. Commentator, ring announcer, handyman, whatever. They came up Monday. It was like, hey, you want to do this thing now? And now it looks like I'm over here stealing Jay Mazing's thunder. But
Jay Mazing,
okay.
He was in the house. Yeah, he's like outside the house. He's like on the porch or something. There we go.
Pour one out for Jay Mazing.
Shout out to Jay Mazing. You're still here in our hearts. Our guest didn't quite like that. I have a lot of questions for our guest. What we saw last show was pretty jarring, to say the least.
It was a very interesting welcoming. My first show was the birthday bash, and the very first thing I see is our lovely ring announcer destroy our then women's champion.
Jasmine just got beat to a pulp for, I feel like, no reason. Ava Wilde is our guest. Ava.
AAPW women's champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi
Controversial.
There.
Hello.
Yeah.
Why? What was the whole reason? What was it? What did she do to deserve that? Out of nowhere.
First of all, it wasn't out of nowhere. Jasmine Allure opened up the stage to anyone. She made a point-blank announcement that said she saw no one. She saw no challenge. She thought there wasn't really anyone else there that could, handle her. But, hi, I'm here. And I guess no one else really cared to pay attention that I was there. Everyone kind of decided to look past me and just think of me as kind of like, oh, look, she's just a little, pretty ring announce girl. But I was here the whole time, and I was training. I train, both in and out of wrestling, and I don't think anyone cared to pay attention. But look what happens when you close your eyes and you don't see what's coming for you.
I am actually terrified right now.
Short episode.
Yeah. To speak on what happened, I would say you kind of jumped her from behind.
Call it what you want.
Yeah. Call it what you want.
Lord have mercy.
Call it taking advantage of an opportunity.
Mm-hmm. Oh boy, this is gonna go.
The door wide open.
This is gonna go down a dark path. This episode. Yeah. So.
AAPW dark.
AAPW dark. I'm
not laughing at you. You're a mean person.
Wow.
I gotta be real.
I think you need to grow up here if you think you're mean.
Boy, I need Jay Mazing because this is not gonna.
Yeah, did Jay Mazing get scared off too?
I
scared off all the other girls.
Maybe that's why I get asked to do this.
God. Okay. Anyways, getting rudely interrupted by our women's champ.
You invited me here, and you're welcome, by the way, for me showing up. Got a lot of things going on, so carved out just a couple minutes of time to make your little show here.
Boy. Okay. Anyways. Jeez, I just took a beating just for no reason.
I know.
Just a cute little brown boy here.
Wow.
Just getting beat up for no reason.
So I'm glad I'm sitting over here.
Okay. Let's get off the hate train of Primo Campos and let's get into the match you had. You really ragdolled her. Where's all this ferocity coming from?
I wouldn't call it ferocity. I would call it, this is just who I am. And I don't know what you expect when you put someone, with my size and strength against just cute little girls like Jasmine. She's, 100 pounds soaking wet? I don't know.
Sheesh.
Didn't really know what else to do with her than to just throw her around.
God. Lord have mercy. This is what we have as the women's champ?
Well.
This is scary.
Every now and then, everybody needs a dictator in their life.
Wow.
Somebody needs to be set straight.
That's definitely her match was definitely a pretty good opening statement as to how our women's division, the direction it's definitely headed now that she's a champion.
I won't lie, you did set, a pretty good precedent, Yeah, like I said, you came out with some ferocity, you know, you threw her around. Some would even say ragdolled.
I mean, that fall away slam cleared
That fall away
the
slam,
entire ring.
it really did. I feared for Jasmine's life. We've had her on this podcast. She seemed like a very nice person, and
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
oh,
But, that's what happens when you open the floor to anyone and then you overlook other people.
Right. I mean, once that bell rings, it's all business.
Yeah, it's all business, and it's nothing personal, but, she just had to,
well,
she had to get cut.
Speaking of the bell ring, after the bell rang, after you won, you did kind of call out Vert. I mean, do you see her as a challenge in your
I
path?
would love to go against Vert.
Yeah?
I'd love to see her come back. I really miss her.
That didn't feel real at all.
Well, that's what happens when you abandon people. You run away, and then now it's my ground.
Wow.
It's time for Ava to take over here.
You definitely have taken over. Your next opponent is quite the challenge, I'd say. How do you see that coming up?
Little Miss Alejandra the Lion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't know.
You've been doing any scouting?
Oh, of course. I've been doing some research. I've been watching a little Animal Planet, seeing how to tame Little Miss Lion over here. So we'll see what if she's got claws or if she's clipped.
Boy, Lord have mercy on my soul. I mean, do you have... I'm terrified, actually.
I mean...
I'm sensing a little bit of, like, are you okay? Do you need are you rag? Like,
I
you're
am a
sweating
little-
bit over
A
here.
little bit. I mean, Compton is a very, very, very sharp blade, for sure.
I'm actually terrified. I mean, you kind of threw a person, that we had on the podcast. I felt like we got to know a little bit of, and you kind of just threw them around.
Yeah, I mean,
and now they're not
so
here anymore.
You got to know them. What do you want to know about me? You invited me here, so
I don't know if I want to know anything.
I mean, from what I understand, you have an athletic background prior to coming to AAPW. So, just tell us a bit about that.
Let's see. I guess I've been pretty athletic my entire life. Went from being a competitive volleyball player, both indoor and beach, to then picking up competitive powerlifting. Came in, set my sights on a couple goals, and pretty much just stole all the state records in Texas, held them for a couple years, up until some little small girls decided to come in and,
Sensing a theme with you and
I'm not a
people.
fan of tiny people.
Wow. That explains a lot of what's going on here today, actually.
I mean, it's a good transition. I mean, that's a good transition into wrestling because size definitely matters in wrestling.
I'd say most...
And in wrestling, you get to throw them around. So what's a better playground for that than?
There's no weight classes in pro wrestling.
Lord
Did,
have mercy.
Did a year or two of bodybuilding. Got really into that up in California. I guess kind of like one of my intros into, or I just kind of always knew there was something greater out there for me.
Mm-hmm.
I was lifting out in Venice Beach, California once.
Wow.
At the Mecca. I'm sure you guys have maybe heard of it.
It's pretty decently known gym.
Yeah, it's and I was actually working out in front of like Arnold one day, and he ended up actually coming up to me and was like, "Hey, what do you do?" And I was like, "You know what? I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure it out." And he said, "Well, you're gonna go somewhere." And I kind of looked into that and was like, "Well, he's right, but I don't know where." So kind of looked around for a little bit and then decided, you know what? I think maybe wrestling's gonna be where it's gonna go.
Just maybe wrestling?
Just maybe. We'll pick it up, see what's up, and here I am. So
I mean,
guess it's going well so far.
What made you choose wrestling out of all the things that you possibly, could have done? Because, it seems like you don't really like any wrestlers, to be honest.
Oh, no, I'm a big fan of wrestlers.
Oh.
Who else are you going to fight? Who else are you going to beat up? Everybody's got to have a couple other people to go against. You got to have challengers. You got to have people to set your sights on. You want... there's always got to be someone a little bit bigger and badder and stronger than you to push yourself a little bit further. And wrestling, I love the stardom of it. I love the energy. it's a really good stage for you to show off your personality and your strength.
Strength. It's big.
Yeah, it's a big element.
Big for
of
you,
it.
I'd say. Yeah, back to the match. I keep saying it because it was very jarring. It was very scary. I was terrified. You kept throwing Jasmine around. Do you... I'm sensing bad vibes here, dog. I'm looking around and I'm scared.
I don't know why.
I'm actually scared.
Nervous.
I mean, what are your plans for the women's championship? I mean, you're not wrong in the fact that, Jasmine's not here, Vert's not here.
Well,
they're off doing their own thing. I mean,
they're off doing their own thing. We'll see if they come back around. I guess my game plan here is I'm just going to sit pretty on this belt for a while and, I don't know, hold it hostage until maybe someone actually decent comes around to try and challenge for it. So we'll see when that happens. We'll see how this Saturday goes. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
Jeez Louise.
It's a big show, too. Last one of 2020.
Yeah, we're going to shut down this shithole of a year.
Mm-hmm.
That is... I work here, dog. You just can't call my...
I said the year.
She's talking about the year. She's talking about 2020
I wasn't
in general.
talking about your workplace. I was talking about the whole year. I think the greater population will agree with me that 2020 is.
Oh, you know what? Out of all the things you said today, I'll agree with you. 2020 has been bad.
The only good thing that came out of 2020 was me.
There you go.
Did you start training in 2020 for wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you put that journey? How did that been going for you?
It's been kind of a whirlwind of a journey.
Mm-hmm.
I started out kind of how I start out any big venture with a little bit of like, okay, let's see, you've got kind of a little bit of a strength base and let's see what you learn. I like to learn visually and then I like to try everything out like one step at a time. It's a little bit of a patience thing, but then as soon as, the light clicks on, it just clicks on.
Nice.
And if you find your kind of moveset and your tempo, you just got to run with it. So clearly, power moves are going to be my thing, and I'm here to just kind of take off and run with them.
Sweet. You mentioned earlier as Arnold kind of guiding you. Well, would you say guide?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, but he came up to you and was like a nice, like little. I would say that's a light, right? Like a little nice light. It's like, hey, like I can do something.
It was a cool little thing that he saw something in me that honestly I always knew was there, but it was just a little nice, reassuring thing that he was there, and him being obviously such a big star.
Yeah.
Recognized, maybe a similarity, and was like, you know what, you should go for it. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll listen to you.
Sheesh. I mean, it is safe to say you are a physical specimen in the world of wrestling. Not many people look the way you do. Have you had anyone in wrestling come up to you in the way that Arnold came up to you?
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting any other very large name individuals. I've been to a couple other events, and a couple people have come up to me and been like, hey, aren't you so-and-so, or aren't you so-and-so? And I'm like, no, you don't know me yet, but you will.
Ooh, chip on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Why do you have a chip on the shoulder? Like, what do you feel like
you call it a chip? No.
No?
No.
There has to be a reason on why you are the way you are, though. I mean, inside the ring.
What? Aggressive? Strong-natured? Strong-willed?
Oh, it's just strong-natured. Okay.
Yeah. It's just who I am.
Power to you.
I have no ill will towards anyone unless they have ill will towards me, and then they'll find out what happens.
So in that sense, do you feel like Jasmine was being disrespectful then?
She gave me a look, and I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. She thought that I was just her little announcer that was going to sit there and hold her belt for her while she posed for some pictures. And while she kind of stole the light, but you know what? No, I wasn't going to take that when she said, I don't see anyone out there to challenge. I don't see anybody out there that's going to go against me. Well, you should have turned around because I was right there.
Wow. That's a good metaphor, to be honest.
I mean,
you're really insightful for how, mean and aggressive you are. So
wow.
That's cool.
Mean and aggressive people can be smart too.
got a point. She has a point.
I don't know if you get out much, but you should probably listen to the world.
You know, quarantine has been really hard, so I'm going to chalk it up to that, and we'll leave it at that. We don't need to talk about my personal life. Maybe I like to be a hermit. Maybe not. It's not for Ava Wilde to determine.
Ava Wilde doesn't care about your personal life.
Wow.
Go.
Yep. There it goes.
Sorry.
Awesome. I'm just getting lambasted on my own podcast.
It's like I'm trying to be emotional support for you, bud. But
It's not working.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Back on task. What are your goals for 2021? If you have any.
2021's going to be interesting. Closing out this year and then just kind of seeing, I guess, where the next year is going to go. I know that we're going to start the year off running. We're going to have a ton of shows in January. And I think, honestly, my goal, I want to have the longest reigning streak for AAPW Women's Championship belt holder.
Nice.
And I would absolutely adore casting my name into the ring and taking that social media championship belt.
Oh. Wow. That is very...
So 2021, I'm going to take that belt. Whoever's got it right now. Better
Wow.
watch out.
Are you going to try to be like a dual belt holder? Is that what you're saying right now?
I mean, what's the point of having all this upper body strength if it's not to hold up all these belts?
There you go. I mean, you could tell from that first match the comparisons were there to a lot of the women in wrestling who've kind of made that crossover.
That's true.
you
That's
know?
true. So then, yikes. Zach the Savior Taylor, look out. My God.
Oh, Zach.
Oh, no. Oh,
That'll
no.
be fun.
That'll be.
We'll see how long the
Interesting for
Savior
sure.
lasts.
Whew. Boy, that would actually be an interesting match. But
We'll have to pull up the
Sheesh.
records on the AAPW women's title to see how long.
yeah. Do you?
Yeah.
Do we keep track of that?
I don't. What is it?
We'll set
We
the
just work here.
precedent.
We'll check the wiki.
Okay, I mean, you just cast your hat in for the social media belt. What made you get to that point?
Well, what's the point of doing this if it's not for, fame and being a social media champion?
God, wow, you were just throwing bombs out.
I mean, I'm here to make money. That's what wrestling's all about, right?
Wow, I guess I'm in it for the wrong thing because I thought I just liked this. I guess I'll just do it for money if I'm that
Yeah,
good.
what's your goal?
Your money.
She just asked me what's my goal.
What's your goal?
What's your goal?
Look, man, I'm just here to talk on a show called The Buckle Bomb every week and try to be welcoming to my guests. That's all I'm here for.
Oh, you're very welcoming. No, and yeah, you're very welcome for me being here too.
Do you got anything, man?
Do I have anything?
Oh, come on, guys. It's not going to be very often that
You're
you get the chance to
throwing
ask
me around.
questions.
Is it? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, yeah.
It's precious time right here.
Speaking of 2021, I mean, do you plan on going to other promotions to maybe ragdoll people?
I mean, I'll see where the wind takes me. It's kind of up in the air right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you did go anywhere else. I mean, you have the physique. You're definitely going to catch everyone's eye.
I was gonna
on
say
that.
if they'll have me, if they're, let's say, if their women can handle me.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you're throwing your hat into every single ring.
Doors open.
It definitely is. I won't lie. I mean, you made a very nice opening statement last show, and people would be fools not to see that. It was kind of hard to miss. Yeah. Should we just... I feel intimidated. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you guys are all shaking up. So cute. I listened to a couple of your other podcasts, and you guys were all just chatting around, having a good time. But no, you got nothing for me.
I mean, you just came in here,
Oh, am I coming in?
not
too
Miley
hot?
Cyrus. You came in like a wrecking ball. You kind of just threw me around.
This is my first one too, but I don't.
Oh, I wasn't trying to
I'm
ragdoll
feeling
you
a
around
bad
Primo
vibe.
Ballerina.
You're the
Primo-
conductor here.
Hold up. Did anyone else just hear that? No? I just got called a mean name.
You
Hello?
called me name?
Who?
Wow. Okay. We were being mean. I'm going to keep being nice because that's the kind of person I am.
That's fine, and we'll just see how far that takes you.
Do you just want the podcast? Because you sound like you.
Absolutely not. No.
Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. Okay. You don't want the podcast, and we'll end the podcast now. Let's go for our patented 3 count, if you even are willing to do that. Basically,
I actually have no idea what this is.
no one does. Neither do we. See, look, that's me
How
being
can it
nice.
be patented if no one knows what it is?
All right. There she goes. Yeah, Ava Wilde, everyone. Nice job.
You're welcome, everyone. I
God.
will not be
Lord
around.
have mercy. 3 count. Anyways, we're supposed to ask you questions for about 3 minutes. We don't really do that. We don't
Rapid
know.
fire.
We don't even count. It's
Go for
supposed
it.
to be rapid fire. You can answer for as long or how short you want to. Who cares? We don't even care. If Jay Amazing was here, he would say, we just work here. There you go.
Then ask your questions. Set the clock. Let's go.
All right.
And
Jeez. Oh. Okay. The world's most famous question. Who in the entire business has your favorite ring attire?
That is a good question. Lately, I've been a big fan of Lacey Evans' ring attire. She's got this real hot vintage look. Alexa Bliss has some good stuff, and then obviously Sasha Banks has great stuff as well.
Good choices.
I don't know.
Bad
We'll
person.
see. We'll
Good
see.
choices.
Bad person. Well, you know,
I didn't say that.
it's just clothes,
Ah,
and we'll see. I got some new gear coming in for Saturday. So
nice. Yeah, you kind of just went in like, it felt like you were just ready to go. I felt like you were premeditating like what was going to happen.
It was definitely a bit off the cuff, but they always tell you bring your gear, right? You never know.
I mean, you were just supposed to be ring announcing that night, from what I know. And then,
that was just stuff I happen to have in my bag.
oh,
Just wait till I have actual gear made.
There you go.
Don't worry, it'll be great.
whew, Lord have mercy. 3 count.
3 count.
Go ahead.
Favorite match?
Not yours.
Well, you know what? My match is definitely my favorite.
Yeah, favorite match not involving Ava Wilde as a competitor.
Favorite match would probably have to be anything with Randy Orton in it.
Randy Orton.
Wow.
Randy Orton's big.
You know what? There's a lot of similarities
Big
there.
That's your boy, Randy
He's my
Orton.
boy.
I bet he is. Lord.
I wish he was.
God, this podcast is going
Oh, you
some
boys
way.
weren't ready for this.
Married with
Boys.
children.
She's calling us boys, dog.
Boys. I mean, it's an apt description.
You can be a boy.
I'm not going to tell
Well,
her
I do
she's
call
wrong.
myself
You
Starboy.
can tell her she's wrong.
Yeah, you
I'm
can.
not going to
I do
tell
call
her
myself
she's wrong.
Starboy. I'm not going to call you wrong because I don't want to get decked or thrown over the top of you. That's a really
It's probably going to happen,
that's true.
but that's fine.
Yikes. Wow.
get ready.
Assault. Cool. We're just doing that on the
not
podcast now.
assault.
No?
It's not assault if you like it.
Ooh.
Wow. I am being told I'm going to like being thrown across the ring.
Wait. What?
No. Turn that off. I don't want to be thrown around. What? Lord. This whole podcast has turned on me. This is like
I
the
don't
second
know.
time this has
I think
happened.
you've got about 45 seconds left.
God.
5 seconds. You got another question?
Okay, let's keep it nice, keep it human to human. I was trying to get to know you this podcast, but, I've just been lambasted. So guess what? What's your favorite season out of the whole year? Is that nice?
Winter.
Yeah, I bet it
I love
is.
the winter.
What a drag.
It's
That is
cold.
awful. Yeah.
And dark.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like we've been getting a lot of that this podcast. Do you got anything else?
Trying to keep it lighthearted too, man. I don't know.
The level of fear going on right now. Fear is not, I don't have fear. I'm a strong man. I'm brave.
Keep telling yourself that.
Not.
All right, Ava. I feel like you have better things you want to do than be
I mean,
here.
I do have stuff to get to, but I was actually trying to be nice here and just, have some fun, but I guess you can't handle
Yeah,
it.
I bet you were. Yeah, I bet you had a lot of fun this podcast. I sure did. Did you?
Yeah.
I'm fortunate that
I feel like he's entertained because you're so scared.
I'm glad that I picked the right seat because I'm over here. She can just stare daggers into you, and I don't know.
And it's been happening this whole podcast for, we don't have video, so she's literally been staring just holes into my eyes, and I feel like she's seen my soul, and we're going to end it on that.
That would explain a lot of this.
Wow.
So
All
right, well,
okay, you know what, Ava, it was nice having you. Hopefully you never come back again because you are mean and you are rude. The Buckle Bomb will go on with or without you. Good luck on your championships.
You know what? I'll be back.
She'll be back.
Yikes.
That's true.
You know what? You are a rising star, so.
She never drops a title. I'll have to have her back eventually.
God. You know what? I'll give it to you. We'll end it on this. You're a rising star. I get that. You know, you're going to go somewhere, but hopefully your attitude changes in the future.
Wow.
Wow. All right, guys. We'll see you next week with hopefully a nicer guest that won't be mean to me. Peace.
A little softer, friends.
We're ending it on that. Cut that.